Hey guys, this is Jesse with Strix Outdoors, and today I wanted to bring you a quick video to talk about the Avian-X Top Flight Blue Wing Teal decoys. So I've got a set here, and just wanted to give you my thoughts. I've had these for about a season. I didn't use them all of last season, just part of it, and I'm planning to use them this season. But if you're thinking about buying these, I figured I'd give you a little bit more detail about what I think about them, and maybe that'll help inform your decision on whether or not you want to get these or something else. Let's take a closer look. So these come in a set of 6 when you buy them. It's 4 drakes and 2 hens, and there's 2 basic body positions, which are the feeding body position and the resting body position. Now, I've used other decoys in the past, but these are actually the first set that I buy for myself. And I'm a big fan of the Avian-X turkey decoys, and you can check out my review on that. You can click on the link here. So naturally I looked at Avian-X when I was wanting to buy some duck decoys. I've used these about 4 or 5 times last season, so again, really haven't seen much use. So let's talk a little bit more about them. So I weighed these, and weight-wise, the hens come in at about 10.7 ounces, which is about 0.6 pounds. The drakes are a little bit heavier. They come in at 11.75 ounces, which is almost 3/4 of a pound. So to me, these feel a little bit heavier than some of the other decoys we're using. They were cheaper made decoys as well. They're also slightly bigger than the other ones, although I think this is a very true representation of the size of a blue wing teal. In terms of shape and texture, I think the form is spot on realistic. The details in the feathers are really good. Typical to Avian-X, it's got a lot of detail and textures all in the feathers, individual kind of feather outlines and molds to make it look very realistic. The color accents are really good, I think. You've got the patches of blue and green, and up here you've got these light accents which are very realistic. This doesn't have a lot of shine to it, which is good. So it's kind of it's got some vibrant colors, but doesn't have a real heavy shine. So it makes it look a little bit more natural. I would say overall, in terms of the duck decoys compared to my turkey decoys, it's just the colors don't quite impress me as much as they did on the turkey decoys, but I think it's still pretty good. You can see, here on the body as well, you've got a little bit of texture. It kind of adds a little bit of depth to the look of it. In terms of durability, I think they're pretty good. So these are made out of a pliable material. I don't know if it's a type of plastic or rubber, but it's pretty durable in terms of the material itself. I don't know if you can switch over to this one. I don't know if you can hear this one, but those are pellets rattling around inside. This decoy got shot last year, and it kept on going, no issues. You can hardly even tell where the holes are. There's a couple little minor holes in here, and I'll patch those up with a little bit of silicone, but they aren't going to shatter if you end up accidentally shooting them, which I think is really good. The color, in terms of durability on the finish, I guess the jury's still out on that a little bit. This one isn't bad, but on this one you can kind of tell, the bill is already getting scraped and the paint is coming off a bit. Here on the head as well. And again, I've only used these, I would say, a handful of times, 4 or 5 times last season, so really not heavy use. I'm not putting these in individual compartments. These are just going in a decoy bag. I try to be pretty careful with my stuff, but this is just going to be kind of normal wear and tear, so we'll see how they hold up. As I mentioned before, I think overall form and color is pretty representative. In fact, let's do a side-by-side comparison of the decoy versus a real-life picture.
So, let's start with the head. The white patch on the head is pretty good, I think. Obviously, looking at the pictures, you can see the difference in color. The head of the decoy is lighter and more blue, so this is not quite accurate compared to the real bird, I think, but the lighter color helps provide some contrast between the head and the body of the decoy, which I think is good. Next, let's move on to the body and neck. The speckle pattern on the decoy is pretty good, and again, the dimples with the black specks on the decoy help provide some depth to the decoy and help it make it look more realistic. Lastly, let's look at the color accents of the wings and back. You can see the color accents on the wings as they are tucked in the resting position, and I think those are really good. The light tan accents on the back feathers are really good as well, and I think those especially will help catch the eye of the birds as they fly over.
So these are the Avian-X top flight blue wing teal decoys. Like I said, overall, I think I'm pretty happy with them. I'm planning to use them this season. I think they'll get the job done. They are a little on the expensive side, but comparable to some of the other top decoy brands out there. So hopefully it's a matter of you're getting what you pay for. I think these will be pretty durable, and we'll just see how the finish holds up. But you know, this stuff it's pretty easy to touch up, so I'm pretty happy with them. I hope that informs your decision a little bit on what decoys you're going to end up buying. Definitely plan to use blue wing teal in part of my decoy spread as we get quite a few of them here in Texas. I'm Jesse with Strix Outdoors. Thanks for watching.